In just such a cutter as this, Lieutenant Ree and explored it for 50 miles. Today, a city sprawls over the river. A city that draws its trade from the ends of the earth. A city of dignified but not pretentious buildings, of sunshine and beauty. From the heart of the busiest shopping center rises the tall spire of the City Hall. Here, palms and fountains create a favorite resting place for citizens who have adjusted the tempo of their lives to a subtropical climate. The city draws its strength from the illimitable primary wealth of Queensland, a state that someday perhaps will prove the richest in the Australian Commonwealth. Agriculturally, it is tropical wealth in a country where pineapples, bananas, pawpaws and custard apples are backyard fruits. Brisbane revels in the sun. There should be all leisure in such a place. But the city handles the greater part of the imports for the vast state at its back. It shares the export trade with the state's smaller ports in the north. But its great commercial houses also control most of the manufactures and the internal trade. The Queensland State Parliament administers a territory bigger than Britain, France, Germany and Italy put together. To travel its length is to travel as far as from London to Leningrad. It's a lovely city. The palm trees help to make it so. And the river. The Americans liked it when they came here in 1942. And Brisbane will never forget them. It was General MacArthur's headquarters. And by this eagle, his men are remembered. And Queensland remembers her own men of two wars. The memorial with the eternal flame of remembrance. St. John's, a sister cathedral to the one in Truro, England, is a treasure house of lovely artistry. Near the high altar are hung these tapestries. The carvings massed here on the pulpit front are intricate and beautiful. These sculptures adorn the choir stalls. Oldest place in Brisbane is the windmill, now playing its part in the city life as an observatory. It stands near the heart of the city, but seems to typify the leisure and calm of Brisbane's suburban life. The flaming red poinsettia is Brisbane's flower and most common decoration. There's always interest about the river that winds haphazardly through the city and suburbs and on 20 miles to its meeting with the sea at Moreton Bay. The traffic of the waterway passes homes that have a character peculiarly Queensland. Many of them, for coolness, are lifted up on tall piles. The river sets the tone of Brisbane. It winds about the great new university buildings at St. Lucia. The The engineering and architectural students put their learning to practical use. From the center of the city, steps lead down the riverbank to the cruise boat wharves, where the tourists set off on their little voyages of exploration in Oxley's wake. Far from the beaches, water-loving Australians still find somewhere to swim. At the oasis, a whole chain of clear pools has been created in a setting of gardens and fountains, of trees and flowers and wide-spreading lawns. And of course, Brisbane goes to the races. There's Eagle Farm and Doomben, and this is Albion Park with its unique sand track. This is the way Australia loves to spend a day. It's a serious business, picking them. It takes a lot of thought. And here they come out of the barrier. And here he comes now out of the bunch and well clear of them. And it's the favorite. It's the favorite all the way. And now to celebrate his success, and a real celebration it should be. Brisbane can put on as good a show as anywhere, for it's nightlife with a difference, both tropical and sophisticated at the same time. For the table, superlatively good food comes in two forms, in the luscious fruits and in the seafood that is second to none. Pawpaws and bananas and custard apples look as beautiful as they taste. That mural of Coolangatta and Tweed Head, the Earth's playground. It leaves a good taste in the mouth, a sense of well-being, for Brisbane is a place full of contentment.